very few opportunities are given or are there for leaders and developing leaders to pick up and take as a part of their development. So coming on a journey like this, we run the trip as that this is your program, this is your trip. So if we have a group of 8 people, you will be running your trip. You have to go from point A to point B, navigating across an unknown frontier of challenges, no different to the business world metaphorically. And myself, who's there to support you, is not there to lead or guide you in this process, but to act as a consultant, to answer the questions that you ask about upskilling and developing a plan and then implementing that plan so that in this new environment you demonstrate leadership, talents and qualities, at the same time implementing management outcomes to produce a future result, an outcome that you need to get at point A to be picked up, or from point A to point B to be picked up at the end of this journey. This expedition itself, you need to physically and mentally prepare yourself. You will be carrying a backpack that will be between 15 and 18 kilos for the next 7 days over approximately 80 kilometres, or maybe a little bit more. The area is going to be a savanna dry grassland country. Daytime temperatures between 28 and about 32 degrees. Nighttime temperatures down to around 10 or 12 degrees. Some evenings might get down to about 5 degrees. The opportunity for rain, extremely slim to impossible. However, the impossible has occurred once in the last 15 years that I've been going there. So the likelihood of rain is negligible, but a very warm, balmy, comfortable environment. The location where we're starting our trip is a very small dirt airstrip that was initially built back in the 50s for some mining exploration in this area. Since then, the airstrip has did fall into a state of disrepair or through misuse or lack of use. We've actually re-established that and have it going. So the airstrip itself is in a remote area of the Kimberley on the Chamberlain River, approximately 100 kilometres south of El Cuestro. And from this location, we're then going to walk along the Chamberlain River, cross the Durack Range, over into the Dunham River system of approximately 80 kilometres to our pickup point at a place called Spearwar. Spearwar, there's an indigenous influence in this area in that it was a part of the Dunham River cattle station back at the turn or the end of the 19th century. Spearwar was a remote outcamp station, and the word Spearwar is not an Aboriginal word, but it's a word that's come into our language that's documented back to the 1850s, and it means basically remote and beyond the Black Stump. So people talk about the Black Stump. Spearwar is considered a place beyond the Black Stump, a unique, beautiful place. We follow the river system, so the area that we're walking through, trekking through, has naturally flowing springs into the river itself, and we'll actually see a flowing river. We'll then follow up along one of those creek systems to cross the Durack Range. We will need to carry 2, maybe 3 litres. But part of the challenge is actually planning where we're going to find water, then actually finding it, and then managing ourselves in that environment. But water is going to be in abundance if we do the right thing. We carry dehydrated food. However, the rivers are teeming with fish, and there's more than the odd barramundi to be caught, and along with other fish in the environment. So fishing is the primary source of us adding to our diet. Remote, well, the whole journey, there is no one living in this area. When I say that, no one, there is one family at a place called Cacioppe, but to the south of where we start, just over 120 kilometres away is Bedford Station. Off to the west is Tableland Station, and in a direct line that's about 80 kilometres. Off to the northeast is Doon Aboriginal Community, about 140 kilometres away. To the north, along the river system, where it joins the Pentecost, is the El Cuestro Wilderness Park. And just a short distance, so I say 50 kilometres from our start point, is a small family of 3 people, husband, wife and their 3rd daughter who's living on the property, are the only people living in this remote area. On this whole journey, the You're physically on the ground, you're not going to see any human influence with regards to a vehicle track, a fence post, rubbish or litter. Every now and again, on the odd day, you look up, we'll see a vapour trail of the 21st century, but apart from that, we'll be going back to wilderness basics with whatever we carry with us into this place.
So we really are going to be exploring a pristine area, carrying everything you need on your back.
Yep, pristine with regards to untouched by humans in influencing the area, remote in that it's so far distant from other commercial operations, pastoral operations that are there now. This place is considered so remote, people just don't run or conduct pastoral operations there. My first foray into the Kimberley was as a young 21-year-old in 1974. I travelled into the Kimberley a number of times with the military. However, in the last 15 years, I've conducted approximately 50 trips, expeditions that have gone from 5 days, some of them up to 15 days, walking from anything from 50 kilometres to almost 200 kilometres over that period of time.